Okay, I decided to make an impromptu video regarding making shepherd's pie. It's a very easy, quick, cheap meal that you can make and feed a family. It is a family favorite of mine. Excuse the thing. So what I did was ground the beef first, and there's different variations, but I'm going to give you the easiest one. So what I did is I ground beef about, and you can use ground turkey, about a pound and a half, and then I used a full bag of mixed vegetables. Hold on a second. Oh, there's my dog. Hey, Cocoa Bean. Okay, so I used a whole bag of classic mixed vegetables. Again, this is impromptu, so I didn't have this stuff in front of me. Sorry about that. I gotta get all the stuff because I wasn't planning on this, but I felt like doing it and sharing it. Oh, that's my Milo. Okay, so ground the ground beef and then put it to the side. You can add about a half a stick of butter, and then in that, you don't have to, but if you want to, half a stick of butter, and then you use the mixed vegetables, chopped onions, and let that cook. After that, you add, I get a half a can of beef broth. Now, I am mixing up the recipe. My husband wanted to try something different, and I am adding this for a more heavier gravy. And then you also season with some Worcestershire sauce. So I just sprinkle some of that in there. Now, I'm not going to tell you what seasonings to use because I personally am big on garlic, so I'm heavy on the garlic, but I also add this Italian seasoning and this. Now, if you want to be a bit salt conscious, you can use some Mrs. Dash, and I have some various Mrs. Dash on that. So right now, I've cooked that. Okay, so after you ground the beef, put it to the side. You melt the butter, cook the mixed vegetables, and then let them cook until they're al dente. And then you throw the ground beef back in, or ground turkey. I use a half a can of the beef broth, and I use almost, again, I'm playing with the recipe, I use almost the whole jar of gravy because my husband wanted a thicker sauce. Normally, if you just use the broth, you're gonna get a runnier sauce, so he wanted something a little bit heavier. So I am now making the mashed potatoes, which I'm gonna cut off. So obviously, if you've done mashed potatoes, that's simple. Now, when I'm in a jam, I will go and buy the Bob Evans stuff, but truth be told, everything's better homemade. So normally, while I am grounding the beef, I'm cutting up the potatoes and I am putting them in the pot and letting them cook. So I'm gonna go and get my mashed potatoes together, and then I'm going to show you what the dish looks like. So what ends up happening is that you put it in a pan, and then you layer the mashed potatoes on top. You season the mashed potatoes the way you like, and then you put the mashed potatoes on top. What I like to do is throw some shredded cheese and use my fork and let it be all cute, and then put it in the oven. So I'm going to do that and show you what it looks like before I place it in the oven. Okay, so here you are seeing, let me move the potatoes out of the way. So here you are seeing what is my preliminary finished product of the shepherd's pie. Doesn't it look good? So all the mashed potatoes are seasoned and is on top of the meat mixture. Now, what you're seeing right now is the skin. So The little dark parts here is the skin. I love the skin of the potatoes, and so this is my little added touch, mommy style. They always say, you know, you get the recipe and then you do your own thing. So mommy style, right? So I got some shredded cheddar jack cheese, courtesy of Costco. Doesn't matter where you get it, but I like this one because it's finely shredded. Okay, and then of course what you do is you blend it in, no particular way, but I get it in there. All right, and then you use your fork and you do the ridges. Now I'm gonna do this because I can't hold the camera and do it all nice, so I'm gonna let you see what it looks like in a second. I don't know if it looks any different than when I first showed it to you, but here it is. This is the finished product that is going to go in the oven. Now, everything is cooked, okay? So right now, all you're doing is putting it in the oven so that you can get that nice toasted browning, which is why you want to do the ridges really for presentation. The meat is cooked. The vegetables have been cooked. You've put it in together with the meat. You've cooked your potatoes. Everything's cooked. It's now like almost double baking, but it's really giving you that finished product. So I'm going to put it in the oven. It's at 400 degrees. Now, the recipe says 30 minutes, but that may vary because it depends on your liking on the browning. I like mine to be really brown. So I'm going to put it in the oven. I'll let you know when I take it out to my liking actually how long it was in the oven. Okay, so here is the finished product. If you could only smell it right now, I smell all my seasonings, my garlic. I actually 30 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes I put it on broil because I really wanted, see, look at that. My family likes this. And like I said, there's cheese in that. This is a quick, easy, economic meal to make when you are not expecting people and you need to make a quick meal that is going to be economic and satisfying. And my husband is leaning over my shoulder because, again, this is a family favorite. You can do it. So again, really, the ingredients the ingredients is stop. The ingredients is ground beef, or you can use ground turkey, 1.5 pounds. You use a bag of mixed vegetables, seasonings however you like. I just got it out of the oven, seriously. I mean, my family loves this. Okay, seasonings however you like. I prefer to do the ground beef seasonings. You add a half a can of beef broth. I use the gravy. I think it's going to be a hit. And then again, the first thing I would do is make the mashed potatoes, cooking the potatoes first, and then my family is like chomping at the bit. And then you're grounding the beef, adding the mixed vegetables, and then letting that cook for 10 minutes. Then you put everything together, season your mashed potatoes however you like, put it as a topping. I personally do shredded cheese. Some people do potato, crushed potatoes on topping. It doesn't matter. Yeah, potato chips, thank you. And then my husband. And then you let it cook for 30 minutes because really you're only kind of double baking. Everything is cooked. And then you let it cook for 30 minutes. I let it cook for like 27 minutes and put it on broil because I wanted this nice brown coating. And it, like I said, it's a family favorite. So take care of yourself and each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.